Today on the show we have ThreeDogg, co-founder of OHN, or Outer Heaven Network, the world's largest Metal Gear-focused streaming network, streaming everything from marathons to big boss and in-depth story runs since 2010.
And I'm gonna hit the leave quietly button, as painful as it is. Oh, that hurt.
There will be other times, Nitro, I promise.
I know, but it was... Nah, if we can get him on, that'll be fun.
Like I said, this has been a very sort of surreal moment for me now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
This week has been full of like, oh shit, my childhood is like, well, not childhood. Like, my childhood, though, has been compounding on me. Like, fucking ThreeDogg is laughing at me at my own show.
Reality is starting to fold in on itself.
You were watching me. You were watching my stream when you were a child. How young are you?
No. That's why I had to add that disclaimer.
Stop making us feel old, Jesus Christ.
I was not a child, but I spent the better part of my 20s watching OHN. I think even before it was called OHN. So
yeah,
this is
I spent most of my 20s playing games on OHN.
Nice, twinsies. All right. So yeah, I mean, when we started this whole thing, like, you guys were at the top of my list. And then when you, like, I'm going to shut up now. These are my friends.
Get it out of your system.
This is the guy that was freaking out in the clubhouse just a moment ago, but it was pretty cool.
Damn.
There was like Lori Allen. She came late, and then all of a sudden her and David Hayter were like speaking like they were the boss and Snake.
You were talking to all these people just now. Lori Allen was there as well. I don't really know what you're doing in the background with Hater or where you're talking to him or how all that's going down.
They got iPhones and they're sitting there in their little Clubhouse app talking to celebrities, just doing like Discord calls and shit, you know.
Dude, and then Rob Paulson just dropped in.
What? Rob Paulson?
Yeah, just dropped in.
Donatello,
was like, hi.
and Raphael from Ninja Turtles.
And then he dropped out.
I gotta buy an iPhone now just for this fucking app.
Get a better phone, man.
It has to be an Apple, not necessarily a better phone.
What's the difference?
Got you this time.
Hey, I'm Fingers.
Hey everyone, this is Days Ahead.
And I'm Nitroid. You're listening to the Kojima Frequency.
Congratulations, by the way, Nitroid, on you finally acquiring your Tiger, whatever the hell it is, Snake's Revenge thing.
Thank you. It's ironically not the Tiger Metal Gear that I'm really looking for, but this is a close second.
Yeah, I was like, it's time for him to change his pinned tweet. And then I was like, oh shit, that's a different Tiger thing. Never mind.
So he's still
Damn
after
you,
it.
Tiger!
I feel like I'm the only one who wasn't disappointed. That was actually a better surprise for me. And then that comic artist, the dude who did the box art for Snake's Revenge, didn't even know that it was on the Tiger Electronic.
Oh, that was amazing. I saw that.
Somebody owes Dubois some money.
That blew my mind.
Yeah.
Did you know it talks?
What?
It talks.
What's it say?
like stupid little lines like, there are rations in the next room. You have key card 1.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, because there wasn't really like Metal Gear Solid, phrases by that point. So it's not going to be like, it's not over yet. Like it's, or it could say like, I feel asleep. That'd be fun. But
I'm not much of a Metal Gear collector at all. Like, I'm so big into the series. I play it like every week. But when it comes to having like getting all the merch and having every version of every possible game, I'm useless. I don't think I even own a copy of Subsistence, the original Subsistence right now. I used to, but I don't know where it is.
Uh-oh.
Is it more, I was going to say, is that because, it's not...
It's not turning on.
Uh-oh.
You pop the batteries.
Did
keep
it
going,
die?
keep going. I'm going to perform some surgery here.
Are we about to have a funeral in this episode? Oh, Lord.
07's in the chat.
Lieutenant, let's put the plan into effect.
I was going to say, is it just because there's no, like, technical value in keeping those titles, as a Metal Gear streamer?
I think I would, if I was settled in a house that I owned, maybe, and I wasn't in London moving around, having to carry stuff from place to place when I move house.
Yeah.
I think that would Yeah, I think when I'm settled, I might I might try and build up a proper collection. But until
Okay.
then, I think I'm okay with, just buying digital versions of games when they come out new and trying to keep everything as low as possible.
That's totally fair. I was trying to figure out where you actually lived, but I didn't want to be rude. But
Yeah, I'm from Ireland, but I've been living in London for the last like 5 years. But
oh,
before then, I lived my whole life in Ireland, west of Ireland.
okay. Yeah, I went to London like I want to say a year ago for work. So I understand how the time zone difference can like fuck you up. That was me every morning.
Yeah. I'm so used to dealing with American time zones though, so I don't know
Yeah,
how that messed me up.
I was gonna ask you, like, because you run the channel sort of at American prime time, how does that fit around your schedule?
Yeah, well, it means our schedules often just go all over the place. Streaming in general is one of the hardest things about it is keeping a schedule for me anyway, because you're your own boss. You make your own hours. And I don't have much self-control at times. I'm trying to get better at it. And I'm not too bad with it, but sometimes I just go all over the place and I'm get waking up in the evening and streaming through the early morning and
So
just all over the place.
yeah, I'm not trying to be an enabler or anything like that, but I feel like that's sort of your appeal though, is like, hey, I am in the first floor basement of the nuclear warhead facility.
Right?
And I'm about to go into the girls' bathroom. Let me show you the 5 different secrets about this 2-second moment.
I
And
don't think there are any secrets in that bathroom apart from the guy taking a piss, is there?
well, I'm talking about the ladies' room when you can make the different codec calls and see.
Oh,
Even
right.
right now, you're just like, actually, I don't know if there's that many secrets, but that's sort of the novelty, right? Is that like this game is so full of secrets, and now we have this personified Pandora's box, if you will, that will open, when we get to those like rich moments and secrets or whatnot.
Right.
Speaking of secrets, that thing that just got, I don't know if that was just revealed or if it just got brought up, but that thing at the bridge scene in Metal Gear Solid 3 with the Sorrow being on the codec.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had definitely never seen that, but holy shit, that gave me chills when I put that all together. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you go into Razvet where you meet Sokolov, the boss doesn't respond.
Yeah.
And if you repeatedly call her, eventually the sorrow will come through. And I think he says his line, sad, so sad, but it's all distorted and you can't really hear it.
Ugh.
Boss?
Really ominous, isn't it?
Metal Gear has always sort of teetered over the edge of horror.
Yeah, it's creepy. And I had never heard of that until this past week. So
There are a lot of guys on Twitter doing really good research at the moment, going into all sorts of Japanese interviews and finding out all sorts of information that I had no idea about. And that was one of them.
yeah.
I think it was Bad Humans who discovered that. Another really
Yep.
crazy thing that he discovered recently was maybe people knew about this before, but it was Snake's beard growing back in Arsenal Gear. If you save in Arsenal Gear and if you gave him the shaver at the start of the game, when you meet him in Arsenal Gear, he won't have his beard. He'll be clean shaven. But if you, like with the end in MGS3, if the clock goes forward a week and you come back and reload the save, his beard will have grown back. I always thought MGS3 was the first game to really mess around with the clock. But MGS2 did it first.
Yeah, we actually just talked about that on the last episode.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It astonishes me that we are coming up on 20 years since that game came out and we are still finding things.
Yeah, I know. Madness.
Have you streamed that yet?
I during our last marathon, I showed the beard thing. Yeah, and I think the arcade showed off the sorrow thing last night right after it was discovered. Because Bad Humans is in our channel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that was found recently, Vamp and Solidus will track the player in the Harrier as they're flying by.
I saw that as well. Yeah. What was another one?
And that was just from a guy who was taking photos in the mode. Like there's the guy who found that, he just takes photos in the Metal Gear Solid games and just picked that up.
Yeah, that's wild. There was one that I found out about recently, and I think this was known for a while, but it was new to me. Seeing Johnny in the bathroom with your sensor, with the bomb sensor. I think people had known about that for a while. And you can pick up the granny's piss on the sensor as well. And unlike Johnny, it comes up as Fat Man's scent. It's the same yellow scent. So now my theory is that Fat Man's special cologne is actually his piss, because it's the same thing that comes up on the radar as the granny.
No.
Whereas Johnny's scent is red because he's cooking up a big nuke in there, I guess.
It's his own brand.
Checks out.
That's what I'm gonna start calling it from now on.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, man.
The tiger is working, by the way.
Oh, nice. You got it?
Yeah, it's safe. Freaking better be.
Yeah, we had a lot of like gaming news happen this week. We got a bunch of stories here in the notes. Resident Evil, we got this Lady Dimitrescu measuring in officially at 9'6". So, take that information and do with it what you will.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up with all that. But I played the demo and I enjoyed the demo. Seems like it's going to be pretty... my wish for a Resident Evil 4 remake, if they were to do it, was that it would be more horror-esque.
Yeah.
Sort of give people what they wanted back. For the people who were disappointed by RE4 when it first came out, maybe give them more of what they would have wanted. Still have it be action-focused, but give it a much darker tone. And it seems like Village is kind of doing something similar, where there's all this Resident Evil 4 influence with the shopkeeper and the setting and the castle and the villages, and even the werewolves weren't really in 4, but it has all that crazy stuff, but it seems like it's going to be darker. So I'm intrigued to play it.
Have you ever seen the footage of the early development footage of Resident Evil 4 when it was very different in tone?
With the ghost?
I did, yeah.
The Hook Man. I almost
Man,
wonder
right.
if this would be an opportunity to create some sort of like additional mission where you could have that experience. It's more than likely never going to happen, but that would be like, if you're going to remake the game, this is your opportunity to revisit some of that.
Yeah.
I mean, they did, it wasn't, that impactful, but they did make a reference or two to 1.5 and the 2 remake, which I've been like inhaling pretty much on PC.
Oh, wasn't it with like one of Claire's alternate outfits?
Yeah, I think her name is like Elsa Walker or something like that, her original character concept. So at the very least, there has to be some sort of shout out.
It's funny with Village coming out, how everyone's sort of losing their mind over Lady Dimitrescu and how tall she is. I don't